this computer. All right. So now, coming to the end of Exia Madden season 2021, number 2 season. We're at the edge of the playoffs. Teams are starting to make their marks, and we're starting to see the cream rise from the top, and the ballers are separating themselves from the scrubs. And we're starting to get into either play hard or go home time. This is going to separate the man from the boys right here. So a lot of time has passed. About 7 games has passed since last time we did it, last Exia Madden. And a lot of things have changed since then. In this video cast, we have Drizzy and his Smoking. They are the Rams and the Bengals in the left-hand corner. In the top right-hand corner, we have Gary the King from the Carolina Panthers. Right below him, we have the Baltimore Ravens, Ron Dumb One, the grandpa of the league. And then to the left, we have the Super Bowl champ, 8-time. It's 8-time, right?
Yeah.
We're only counting this year, man. It's one time.
8-time Super Bowl champ, King Prendo. All right. So with that being done, as always, we're going to start it off with the power rankings. This is going to be the tier list of how skill level, playing level, and records come together and give you a grade where you rank in the league as a baller. Let's see who's at the top. Bam, here we go. The new power rankings for the end of the year. End of the year review. So of course we have the S tier, and these guys are gonna make the playoffs no matter what. The S tier is elite. Nobody's even questioning them. They could take any team at any time, any quarterback, and take it to the playoffs. That's how good they are. We have the A tier. These guys, they're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make it. They're pretty sure they're gonna make it. Then we have this B tier right here. It could go either way. They're all about the same level on this bunch right here. You see this right here? These guys can barely make the playoffs or they can miss the playoffs. It just depends. This tier right here, they usually don't have a shot to make the playoffs. But they are competitive. They're gonna compete with you. They're not gonna quit. They're gonna give up a good fight. And then this tier right here, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to do the same thing. I was like, wah, 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 wah.
That tier. So there's a quick explanation on how the tier ranking works. Now, with that being said, since the last time we had the video cast, there's some people that's falling and there's some people that's rising. Some people we was giving a hard time to. Some people we was doing much better than what we anticipated. And some of this stuff has switched over and did a whole 180, and people went in totally different directions from last time. So with that being said, I'm gonna let the champ take the first one and explain what he wants on here and what he sees or notices. Champ.
I don't see any. I think you got it spot on.
Oh, I got a spot on this time, huh?
Yeah, you got it perfect. I want to change a thing.
All right, I would ask Grandpa to look, but he's driving right now, so we're not gonna ask him. We're gonna go to Drizzy and his Smoking.
I'm looking. I'm seeing it. But I'll go laugh because I'll be at my destination soon enough.
We're gonna go to Drizzy and his Smoking. What do you think about this tier list?
D tier. Don't give a fuck what you say. D tier.
The Bengals and D tier.
Go back up to B.
How? He's had the hardest schedule this season.
I don't give a fuck.
Who?
J-Zo.
Oh, Jay should be in his own tier of F.
Nah, that's Mark Mahoney, remember? He gets his own tier.
No, with all the trades Jay's made, no, come on now, D. DZ for J-Zo.
So,
Oh, no.
boy. Let me take out the
Eagles in the D. No.
I gotta bring out the red. Oh, we gotta bring out the red.
Better right on his logo.
But Drizzy says he thinks Drizzy, you say you think he needs to be higher? The Eagles?
I think he needs to go up one.
I think he needs to go up one. Okay.
Well,
Prindle says
above the Bills?
down. Plus
He
one.
wants to go up in rank. Okay, gotcha.
What about you, with Smoking? What you think about this tier list?
I would say everything looks good. Besides, I say I think it's the Panthers should be lower down in B tier, but besides that looks good.
D.
Oh no, I feel like the Panthers need to be lower.
Huh?
You didn't write D tier on the Bengals logo.
Oh, you want me to write D? All right, here we go.
Perfect.
How dare they talk evil about the Panthers?
I know.
All right. Mr. Random one, what do you think about this tier list from the glances you make back and forth from the road into the phone?
Well, from the glances that I've made here, yeah, there were a few things that stood out to me. I would say this. This would be my argument, even though you prefaced it by saying this B tier is teams that could make the playoffs but don't make the playoffs, or some will and some won't. I think that if they didn't make the playoffs.
We're having technical difficulty. Oh, we didn't get that last part you said, Mr. Random.
I said I feel like if it's a team that was on the precipice of making the playoffs but they didn't, then they probably should fall out of the B tier.
Okay.
That's just any team that didn't make it but was close enough that warrants them to get out of that tier. That's how I feel about it. But whatever.
You see any discrepancies amongst this list that you feel like need to go higher or lower? Grandpa Tire looked like he fell asleep behind the wheel.
In the C tier. Put them back in the.
Who? Put who in the C tier?
The Baltimore Ravens. They go in the C tier.
Oh, whatever, man. All right. All right. So
they suck.
I think everybody pretty much right here is about the same right here. This top group right here, they're like a little bit better than this group down here. This New England Patriots guy, I really don't know how good he is for real, so I'm not sure where to put him at, even though he has a winning record. He came to a team with a winning record, so I'm a little confused about this one. But besides that one, I think these guys are dominating their division and a class of their own, as well as this group. And then the Panthers, the only reason why they're up this high is because it looks like they're going to make the playoffs. And then
okay.
And then these guys right here, they're all like the Four Stooges. They're all like the same level right here, this NFC North. I really don't know what to do with them. They're all vying for #1 spot throughout the year. And so with that being said, let's talk about who are the biggest risers so far this year. Biggest risers. Champ, who do you think are the biggest risers from the last time we had the podcast?
Probably. I don't know. You got to shout them out. How about the three teams in the beginning of the Prindle game? My Cardinals, my Redskins, and my Cowboys, all making the playoff. Let's go. Rise up.
All right. I hear that. All right. Drizzy and it's Smoking, who you think are the highest risers so far since the last podcast?
Was Houston still A tier?
Yes, I think Houston's probably the biggest one I saw.
Houston?
Was he in A last time?
I don't think so. I think he was in B.
Yes, I think Houston.
Right.
Houston wasn't in A. I'd say Houston is the biggest. Because you have him right behind you, possibly S tier.
I'd say Houston, yeah.
Yeah, Houston's been playing really good ball. They've been quietly moving up the ranks, winning games. They take some odd losses, but overall they have a good scheme going on right now. Gary the King, who do you think is one of the biggest risers on this?
Cowboys and Texans.
Cowboys and Texans?
Yeah. I don't think the football team should be an A rank. I think it should be in the B rank to everybody else. But Cardinals has been playing real well. Daryl's been playing pretty well this year. But I don't know. It's been a lot of this year. It's been a lot of people beating each other.
Yeah. All right. I respect that. I feel like the highest risers for this since the last podcast are the Falcons. They've been playing good, even though they took.
Yeah, Joe played a good end of his season. He played very strong in his last end of the season.
He beat
I think something about getting 100 points scored on you sparked that fire inside.
I think, and then I think the Ravens was 0-5 or 1-5-6. Now they're on the cusp of a playoff berth. It's 180 right there. So I feel like they've made a big jump and found a scheme that works for them. I also think throughout the year, the Chiefs have improved after starting horribly. These last few games they've been winning. I think the Packers have been doing pretty solid in the fact that they're competing for the NFC North Division title. So NFC North Division title. So there's a lot of things. My biggest fallers. Let's go to the biggest fallers. Champ, who's the biggest fallers?
It's the one I called out earlier, Jay-Z, the Eagles, missing the playoffs.
Hey.
That's crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Anybody else you see up there that you think might have fallen besides Jay-Z?
He made playoffs last year.
Oh, and the Browns are ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the Browns too.
Yeah, it's like Browns missed
They went
playoffs. Yeah.
How you go 1-15 with the Browns?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is probably by far the weirdest record I've ever had in all my seasons of Madden. 8-6-2. So yeah.
Hey, join the club, 871.
Hey, you're just bad.
Okay.
You can't pass.
Drizzy and this smoking. Who do you think are the biggest fallers?
The Browns.
The Browns. Browns.
Jacksonville, because he's not good.
Myself, because I'm disappointed that this bad.
He needs to be in D tier still. The Chiefs need to be down at the bottom because he is the Chiefs and doing bad.
I would say the old Patriots, they took a big fall because they quit. But the new Patriots, welcome.
That's the wall of shame right there. He'll go on the wall. That's a different category.
Oh.
That's
for that one.
Me at down there.
Random one. Who do you think are the biggest fallers on this list?
Biggest fallers on this list.
What?
WZ1L or WZL1. He's the way he's come up with the Titans. Yeah, man. I mean, I expected a lot more out of him, and but he wasn't able to parlay that into a winning season. So I'd say that was because didn't he make the playoffs last year? I thought he made the playoffs last year, or if he didn't, he was on the brink of being in the playoffs. So
remember Tony Pollard cooking?
Yeah, when he was cooking with Pollard, he had Tony Pollard just he was out there balling with that kid. Now, granted, Derrick Henry is not Tony Pollard in that makeup of a running back for what he wants to do, but you got like a battering ram like that dude, and I guess just not using his team to their strengths. From what I saw, I think that probably lent to his fall. Yeah. So if I were to say any team that I saw was a big faller, that would have been him, because I guess I had higher expectations.
I think for my biggest fallers, I have to go with WB12. I thought he was going to be much better with that team. The Saints, I think did
that come through?
Yeah, The Saints. I think the Saints. I think with that team, and I think they might have made the playoffs last year. Did they make the playoffs?
They made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, they sucked it up real bad this year. Supposed to get better, not go backwards. And then those are my two biggest fallers. Oh, and Jay-Z, of course. Jay-Z, horrible.
I missed your first one. Who'd you say the first one was?
The Saints.
And
the Eagles and the Titans.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. They should have. They should have. Well, two of them made the playoffs. Maybe I don't remember if the Titans made the playoff. Cowboys last year, but I know they were very competitive. So those are the three teams that's my biggest fallers for this part of the year because they did so well last year.
Right.
All right. So now with that being said, we went over the power rankings, went over the tier list, we went over who the rises and who the fallers are. So now what we're gonna go over the awards real quick. We're gonna see who is dominating the league at this point.
There's no purpose of opening the shit up.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, it's smoking, man. I was glad to finally get over the hump with you this year. That was important. That was very important. that was a very important achievement for me.
It won't be next like that.
Yeah, it will.
I'm just saying. I got a few obstacles I have to get past moving forward here.
All right. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
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 All right, let's make sure. All right. So let's go into the awards for the year. Is that me? Is that my mic doing those noises every time I talk?
I don't know. It don't sound like anything.
Okay. MVP again.
Come on now. What did you
I don't even know why you
Tom Brady. She does it again. All right. Killing. Well, that's a Joe's fault. I'm gonna blame that all on them Falcons because 15 touchdowns, 800 yards passing.
Hey, the Panthers share some of that blame too. That's 73
Oh yeah,
points.
that's 73 game.
Debacle.
The what?
The Panthers.
Hey, when you're going against a high-powered offense, the only thing you can do is answer back with a high-powered offense. That's all you can do.
But the Falcons, I'm gonna tell you how it went. I was number one at quarterbacking with the touchdowns, or tied for number one, or something like that at the time. And Brady had 37 touchdowns, and I had like 50. And then after that game, he just flew by me with the 15 touchdowns and went up to like 54 or something like that, or whatever. I was like, oh my goodness, now I lost it. I knew that after that 133-point game, I was like, oh, the Atlanta Falcons need to retire. Like, how do you do that? I just don't understand. Like, you could actually put the controller down and let the computer play by itself, and he will not score 133 points. It's just like mind-boggling to me.
He might score 70-something though.
Well, I could deal with 70. I can't deal with 133 and 15 touchdowns. All right, so AFC Offensive Player of the Year, of course. Claypool's balling again like he did last year.
I think that's anything but locked up, though. I don't know if that's a locked up award right there.
We're just looking at it.
Okay.
McLaurin for the Offensive Player of the Year for the Washington Redskins. So those two teams like to throw the ball. Defensive Player of the Year, Levante David.
Yeah. Some justice.
For AFC, Montez Sweat.
Boo.
The hate.
Proud of yourself.
The
Got a
haters.
little cheese blitz.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course. Those Broncos is force feeding this dude hardcore. Richard, 98 speed, rookie wide receiver. NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, Parham, Slick Pandas, running back. He's making stuff happen over there. Defense Rookie, we lost a connection. We got to pull it back up. Can you guys see it? Did it pop back up for you?
Yeah.
It's in the process of pulling up. There we go.
All right. So defensive rookie, some dude named Brett Willer. I don't know what position he plays.
He's a safety.
Okay. Best quarterback, of course, the NFC. King Prindle Slayer and
getting recognized.
Prendo are leading that category. And then in the AFC, Julock and Dwayne Haskins. Julock's been playing good football this year. Best running back, Austin Eckler. This is another one that was being force-fed. Has like almost 30 touchdowns rushing. I don't know, this guy. He's a funny competitor. Spoiled sport. We'll see how he does in the future. Promising. He has potential. NFC best running back. Oh, and another dude that force feeds his running back.
Whatever. Play balanced football.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
I don't know about balance, but okay.
I'm
Best
too-
wide receiver. Of course, this is going to be the same from the offensive player of the year, defense player of the year. We got Montez Sweat there, with Woods behind him, and in the NFC we have Levante David again. All right.
Wait a minute. Why are you back as defensive player of the year? Why? I thought we were doing position groups, sir.
What do you mean?
You back at the top. You went back to the top awards. The offensive player, defensive player. What happened
Oh
to
yeah.
the,
It reset it. I have to go back. It didn't go back to where I was.
Okay.
Let me go back. What was we at?
All right.
Wide receiver. We did best
You
wide
were
receiver.
in wide receiver.
O-lineman. That's whatever.
How you get best D line and you're 1 and 5?
Best D lineman, Myles Garrett. I mean,
15.
he's a beast. Brian Burns, best D lineman for the Panthers.
Yeah. Woo!
Best linebacker, David. Best linebacker, Sweat. Best DB, Peters. Oh, whoa, how did that happen? Where'd he come from?
Who that? How that guy get that? That's an error. Davis isn't supposed to have anybody up there.
And then for the NFC, the best DB is Witherspoon. I don't know what position he plays. I don't know if he's a safety or a corner. And best kicker, we know
Even kick.
Justin Tucker's not going to be up there.
You got to kick the ball to be up there.
I don't even kick, and I'm number 2.
And the Broncos. All right. So with that being said, we got a good idea of who's balling, whose players are being successful on the field.
Go ahead, NFC.
So now what we want to talk about is the X factors. Just recently now, Madden gave us an update where we can choose and pick what abilities we want on our superstars and X factor players. This has been something that the Madden community has wanted for a very long time, and we finally got it. And as soon as the patch updated, those that are aware of it are very excited and giddy to have the ability to select the skills that they want in their players. So I'll grab a player and just show you what type of traits you can get when you have this ability. So if I go and select my quarterback, then I go to his abilities. I mean, you could change their superstar, and depending on what their archetype is or what type
Hold
of
up, your connection ain't showing.
All right, we'll pop it back up.
The Dwayne trash cans.
Yeah, Dwayne garbage chucks.
Dwayne Trash Can Jr.
So we got Dwayne Haskins Jr. So now he could go and you can pick what X factor you want. And then after you pick what X factor you want, depending on what your abilities are, what your skill set is, will determine and dictate what you can select. So since my guy can't run fast, I'm not going to have many options to have quick escape artists or other abilities. And then you have things on the superstar abilities where you can go ahead and select what you want to improve your player's performance on the field. So, and this goes for all the players that has an X factor superstar ability. So, what do you guys feel about this? Champ, how do you feel about these this ability and this update to be able to select specific abilities to help your player?
About damn time. these trash ass abilities they give receivers like Energizer and
Yeah,
fucking
man, that shit was garbage.
that. Get rid of those and let the people pick what they want. It's about time, some justice.
Of course they do that when I get rid of Odell.
Is there anything specific that you really wanted on a player?
Probably like route technician on receivers or like bench press on DBs, acrobat. It just gives you more freedom than the trash ones they give you.
Yeah.
I agree. Because I was like, Chris McCaffrey, his wide receiver stats were so high as a running back that I got nothing but wide receiver abilities, and I hated that. I was like, I want to run the ball. Can I get some running abilities, please? So, and I had to fight with him. So I actually love that about, you still got to have the attributes to be able to get the certain abilities and be over, 80 for your first superstar ability, 85 for 2, and of course have your X factor if you want to get that. But yeah, I'm very happy with this change. Even though they keep breaking stuff, I'm still happy with the change.
What about you, random one? Anything specifically you wanted? Off again. Anything you specifically wanted that you saw that you liked?
Well, I'm not going to say that it was anything specific. First of all, I'm one of those teams that don't have very many superstars or X factors. Let's keep it 100, all right? So I just play with what I got. Now, that said,
Has Lamar.
Say again?
Aren't you the Ravens?
Has Lamar.
Yes. Okay, listen, hold up. I just said I'm watching some of these teams that have 10 and 12 X factors and superstars on their team, and I'm rolling with, in effect, 5 superstars or X factors. Now, you can count Justin Tucker, you can count Ronnie Stanley, you can count my backup tight end who is a superstar somehow. I have no idea, but he's a superstar. But they had basically useless superstar abilities until this recent patch. Now I've actually got a chance to take advantage of some of the things that they can do. So yeah, I mean, I do like it because there are some, Lamar Jackson. He had some superstar abilities that was, I just didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know how to use those in particular. But now I was able to select some different ones, some better ones that more suit what I want to do with them. And so yeah, so I appreciate it because it's going to make a difference, I think, moving forward. I haven't had a chance to play with them since it, but yes.
It's smoking. And Drizzy, what you guys think about the ability to use superstars and X Factor abilities?
I think that's pretty good, but I think it'd be annoying to how people's changing them.
Why?
Because you can have because any quarterback can get escape artist if you have the 90 overall.
Only if they have the speed for it. They can't. You can't have it for your pocket quarterback.
And escape artist isn't that good like last year, so that's not really a.
I'll tell him and he'll come up.
Escape artist, what, Prendo?
Escape artist isn't that good like last year, so it's really not a bad thing for faster receivers or faster quarterbacks to get escape artists.
Yeah.
Like Mahomes, last year he was like 99 speed rolling out of the pocket. Now it's really not that much of a deal that he has escape artist.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't have the option for escape artist, so I can't get it. So I would have put it on, but I only have 76 speed, so I don't know how that works. All right. Anybody else want to chime in on the superstars and X factors?
Yeah, I'd say that there's to some degree I agree with that, Prendo, because and I had a hard time with Lamar last year in the last year's game, getting him out of the pocket. I guess I just didn't understand how to do it or whatever. And he always seemed to be able to get run down, and he had 95 speed or whatever it was then. But I didn't have escape artists. I lost it when we rolled when I rolled my quarterback and I had to play virtually the whole year without his escape artist. So maybe that had something to do with it. But I do notice. I noticed a difference, at least for him. But he's still able to be tracked down in the backfield even now. So I'm not sure that I don't know how much of an advantage it is to have escape artists. So but I'm gonna keep it though.
All right. So yeah, well, the thing with having superstars and X factors, and having them on your team, you really got to be a good player to develop your players to get those abilities. And if you're not a good player, you're gonna have less of them. You gotta be able to ball out. All right. So with that being said, this thing keeps cutting off today. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Giving me a hard time today. All right. With that being said, now we're gonna go into the playoff picture. Now this isn't an accurate representation, but I just like the graphic that they have here. This is gonna change by the time the next week advances. All right. So with that being said, this is what it looks like at the beginning of the 16th week.
13th week.
13th week. This is the last week, isn't it?
Yeah, we're in the last week of the regular season now. But
So why you say 13?
well, no, because moving forward, when we go into season 3, 13th week, this that icon will be there. That thing to do will be there and accessible at that point in time.
Yeah, that opens week 13.
Week 13 is when it opens up, is what I'm saying.
So this is what it's looking like right now. The problem, the ones that are probably going to change, the Lions and the Rams may change. I'm not sure, can't tell yet. And maybe the Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers may change. And then on the other side, the one that can change is the Colts could change technically. And I think that's the only one that's going to change on the AFC side. With that being said, we're going to go to the rankings. We're going to see how stuff is looking in the AFC and NFC. And who do you guys think are going to make it to the AFC?
Well, the AFC is set. AFC is set as far as the participants. Those top 7 teams you see, no one, that's it. That can't change.
So who do you think is going to make it to the AFC conference title game?
You mean the conference championship?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, I'll go first. I mean, obviously, I think the Ravens is going to make it there. But, I mean, if I didn't say that, what is the purpose of playing the game, right? So whether I do it or not is another story. But I'm going to say the Ravens is going to make it for sure.
And who else? There's 2 teams that's going to be there. That's only one.
Depending on the path, it's going to be either the Ravens versus the Dolphins or the Ravens versus the Steelers.
Mr. King Prendo, who do you think is going to make it? The top 2 teams are going to make it in the conference game.
I think it's going to be a rematch of last year's Dolphins and Steelers.
Dolphins and Steelers. Who do you think is your dark horse? Who can surprise you?
Probably them Broncos.
The Broncos.
You never know with these playoffs.
Grandpa Random 1. Who's your dark horse? I didn't get to ask you. I'm sorry.
My dark horse in the AFC?
Yeah, it depends on who shows up.
Hey, it's not your turn, Gary.
Dark horse. Texans.
Texans. All right. Mr. Drizzy and it's smoking. Who you think are the 2 top teams that's going to you guys got to unmute yourself. You guys are muted. Top 2 teams in the AFC conference title in the AFC.
I think it'll be Steelers versus Pats.
Steelers versus Pats.
I said it's going to be Ravens versus Dolphins. I think Ravens have a good shot to make this.
No, fuck, they don't. He'll lose the first round.
Fuck no.
Yes, he will.
Daryl's not that good.
Neither is him.
Ravens are
I don't.
All right. Who's the dark
thanks for the
horse?
vote of confidence, Drizzy. Hey, Drizzy, thanks for the vote of confidence, man. Appreciate it.
Fucking confidence.
bit more seriously. So I thank you for your continued.
Serious.
It's not gonna lose. You will lose.
Mr.
$5.
No.
Mr. Gary the King, who you think are the two top players that's gonna make it in an AFC conference title game?
No.
I think the Texas is going to be a sleeper, and I think it's going to be the Dolphins and the Steelers.
It can't be Dolphins Steelers in the conference. If Dolphins win the first round, he's got to play the Steelers in round 2.
Well, then it's going to be the Dolphins. The Steelers are not strong enough.
He's not going to play the who's going to play the Steelers in round 2?
I thought Dolphins was second seed.
They
Yeah,
are.
they're the 2 seed. They will not play. They will not be able to play the Steelers.
Whoever that plays the first seed. That's why last year when I was the second seed, second round, I played you.
Who?
When I played you last year in the divisional, I was the second seed. And the reason why is because I played the 7th, which was Mark. It's the same thing as this year. So if I beat Mark, then I play you again in the second round.
Well, that's something wrong with that because that's
because Mark beat Washington first.
Yeah, but if you look at the little playoff picture thing that they show you,
But that's not how it works. No, that's not how.
No, the 1 plays the lowest seed and the 2 plays the next lowest.
Yeah, the bracket's not like 2. If the winner of 2 and 7 goes to 1, that's just how they.
No, it was still. I thought with the whole little playoff picture thingy, whoever won between 2 and 7 played the.
No,
one.
no, that's just.
I forget. That's kind of like college, and it's just whoever's the top.
That was just a pretty graphic they had up there. I just put it up there because it looked cool.
No, first seed plays lowest remaining seed in the divisional round, and then it goes on from there.
Yeah, the little playoff picture
provided the number 2 seed wins their matchup in the wild card, then they will get the next level. They get the next.
So that means I got.
If you don't drop.
I'm curb stomping Mark.
If you don't drop. Remember you're in support.
So, Mr. King, random one. Who do you think? Oh my goodness, this thing keeps acting up today. Who do you think is going to be the top 2 teams in the NFC?
When it's all said and done.
When it's all said and done.
Let me see. I'm looking at it. I think I like. I ain't gonna say that. No. I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna take the easy route here and just say the one will play the 2 over there. Let's just say that. So the Buccaneers versus the Rams in the championship game. Dark horse over there though. If not knowing whether or not he's made it, we don't know who the 7th seed is just yet. Now it's still up in the air, but it looks like ML Gonza or Gary the King has the inside scoop. However, I don't know if Willie P has been officially eliminated yet either. So Willie P might slip it. Doesn't Willie P? Isn't he at 9 and 7?
I don't know.
You got 8, 6, and 2, and 9 and 7. Not sure how that tiebreaker is going to work, or if there's going to be a tiebreaker.
They have more losses, but they have more wins.
Right. So not sure.
How ties work in this game?
Ties count as a win. Half wins. Panthers would get in over the Vikings.
Okay. Well, we've yet to see it. So when the week advances, we'll know more clearly what it's gonna, because we don't know what the logic is going, how that's gonna play out in the logic. So that said, if the Panthers were to get in, obviously they'd be a dark horse. You know what I mean? But then, there's a lot of quality teams over there in the NFC. Them Cowboys, they've been playing very well. We know the football team, they've been playing very well all season as well. The Cardinals, I guess Prindle Gang has been representing themselves quite well. As a matter of fact, it looks like all 5 of those top teams is Prindle Gang there.
The only ones that haven't played yet is the Rams and the Cardinals this year, but I think I can compete against the other 3. So,
all right. So it's Smoking and Drizzy. Who do you guys think are going to be the two top teams in the NFC conference title game? And then who's your dark horse?
Same as last year for the NFC Championship and dark horse. I'm gonna say the Cardinals.
Okay. King Prendo, who do you think is going to take the top two teams? Who?
Well, you gotta be stupid if you don't pick me. So it's gotta be me versus someone else.
What?
So
Who do you think?
You're not arrogant. Hey,
Best-
Brendo, you're not arrogant, any, are you? You're not arrogant, are you?
no.
Nah. There's no arrogance here.
That is confidence right there, young man. That is confidence.
So you got to either be a smart man and bet against or pick Drizzy to get there or pick an upset team. So I'll say Drizzy makes it, but the sweeper is going to be either Washington or Cardinals.
So let me ask you this, Prendo, King Prendo. If you were to get upset out of the playoffs before the championship game, let's just say hypothetically, will you be taking your X factors off of those players that you named in this course immediately following?
Yeah, you can hold me to it. Take a screenshot, post it when I lose.
Okay, I just making sure, man, because you got some good teams over there. Any one of them, on any given Sunday, man. Any one of them on any Sunday can happen.
Gary the King, who do you think are the two top teams in the NFC, and who's your dark horse?
I mean, the two top teams clearly is the Buccaneers and Rams right now, but I feel like I'm gonna give some upsets there if I can get up in there. So we gonna see.
It's Smoking. Did you say who your two top teams are in the NFC?
Yeah, Drizzy didn't.
I want to see what you say.
I already said Ray mentioned last year, and then Cardinals are gonna be the dark horse.
Okay. All right. So those are all the top teams that are supposed to make the conference title, and the dark horses who could.
Wait a minute. Where's Drizzy's prediction? Where's he at? Drizzy, what's up?
What'd he say?
Be quiet right now.
My prediction.
He said he don't have one?
Dark horse's playoffs will be Dallas. I'm not giving my conference prediction.
Okay. I feel like he's focused, man. Focus. Come on, man. You gotta be focused for this. He's trying to get in game mode. I think the Bucks and Rams are the top two teams. Dark horses. I like all those teams on there. All those teams are tough. Cowboys and maybe Panthers. Washington, they seem like they choke artists right now. I don't have confidence in them. Cardinals, they've been choking a couple of times too. But they're good though. They can win if they get a lead. Washington too. Yeah, but those are my two teams. Bucks, Rams, possibly Cowboys. It's a big difference when you get in playoff pressure football. We're gonna see who does it the right way. So with that being said, we done went over the dark horse, went over the playoffs. Any last remarks or comments that you guys want to say with how this league and the season has went so far?
Fuck the Lions. Bengals deep here. Willie P's aight.
Willie P's aight. What about you, Mr. King Prando? What do you think about any last remarks, comments?
Be ready. It's the playoffs. Different animal comes on the playoffs.
Yes,
Get that right.
Look, Shogun,
That's all right.
You deserve to get disrespected.
he skipped over my award I got.
You don't deserve your award to get appreciated.
What award? What happened? What did I miss?
Defensive rookie of AFC.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who's the defensive rookie of the AFC? I thought we said it.
Rodney Bone.
We didn't say him?
No,
Nope.
You skipped right over
Nope,
it.
and I've been getting
My bad. My apologies. Rodney, what position does he play?
Corner.
Corner.
Yeah.
All right, man. Congratulations, man.
That's the cornerback I wanted. Now, it's Smokey. You said you would trade him to me now. Come on, man. Let me get that.
Lamar.
get Lamar for him.
Give me Lamar. What's up?
Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. I did have a comment about even though we got clear winners and or apparent winners in those end of year awards, I think some also rans or some recognition for those also rans. I don't think we covered them quite good enough, in my opinion. But you know, hey, it is.
Covered who? Who was it?
No, just I mean, like just the there's other guys. Like for instance, I don't know that in the AFC the wide receiver award is locked up. I don't know that that's locked up, to be honest with you. And you know, and as well as quarterback of the year, I don't know that that's locked up. You know, so even though it looks like right now it is, but you know, you never know, man.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, we'll find out at the end, and we'll cover it after the Super Bowl.
When it advances, we'll see. I mean, if those hold true, then so be it. But I thought that there's some very interesting races in those particular position groups in the AFC.
No, I agree.
I just felt that, and I'll use prime example what I'm saying. And I'm not suggesting that I'm going to do anything spectacular here today when I play the Chargers. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that if Lamar he's got 1,000 yards rushing, he may end up with 10 rushing touchdowns, and then he'll have maybe over 40 passing touchdowns. So I think that might be enough to, to challenge what some of those top quarterbacks are currently doing over there.
I hear if this was the SB Awards and we was promoting ourselves to win an SB trophy, I would give you thumbs up. We'll see.
I get a thumbs up for you. Hey, Drizzy, how's that gift go? What does he do? He rolls up the camera and then he finger comes up.
All right, guys, it was fun. I will see you guys probably next Friday once the Super Bowl's over with, and we'll have a Super Bowl.
We take 2 weeks.
Celebration for the Buccaneers. Another triumphant celebration. Prino Game's gonna be jumping in joy.
That's only if that may happen only if the Ravens doesn't make it to the Super Bowl.
We'll see what happens with that one. We got a lot of people that thinks they're gonna win it this year, so we'll see. All right, guys. You guys take it easy. Have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.
All right.
All right, later.
Later.
All right. Thanks for having us.